Enrique says, hey guys, love the IFTTT, love the masterclass even more. I'll +1 that. I have a pretty huge private link blog network that I've been very cautious with. And by very cautious, I typically mean one money site link per site, nothing else. I'm concerned, of course, that I might be wasting the link power of the private sites. My question is, what would you guys do to get better value out of each site? Add some links to different money site 2.0s. Add links to different private link network sites that are not linking to the same money site. Obviously, I want to avoid a footprint, but not at the expense of getting the most benefit out of my PBN or private link network. Enrique, typically what I had done was I would go with my PBN sites, which I'm not even really using anymore. I am using what I'm calling private link network sites, which are just sites that I rebuild for the purpose of one backlink, and that's it. And that's fine for me because it's actually more economical that way, because there's not, the labor is less. In other words, building a PBN, I would build out basically a blog. I would try to make it look as much like a real blog as possible. So it was a lot of setup, and then it was also, I put an IFTTT network around it, and I would post content to my PBN sites regularly. I have curators that do that. That's their job, is to post on the PBN sites, and I would give them so that the sites would be updated with content regularly, and they would link to multiple sites, because I would keep my PBN sites broad enough within a particular general category. For example, home services or home improvement style blogs, so that I could link to tree services and landscapers and plumbers and everything else, if that makes sense. So I would get a lot of additional posts out of a PBN, but it was also a lot of work, and I had was paying curators to post on them. Now what I do is just rebuild the aged the expired domains, rebuild the content from the drop domain, and I just put in one link to the site that I want to link to, and I'm done. And it's a hell of a lot faster. I'm only getting one link per domain now, but it's not all the setup work and all the labor expense and having the ongoing curating costs and everything else. So personally, that's what I'm doing. You asked me what I'm doing. Like, I'm not doing any more blog sites. I haven't been for a while. But if I was going to continue to do that, then I would do what I just mentioned to you, and that would be add some network sites around my PBNs, and then I would start posting to them regularly with similarly themed content, right? And if you don't have things that you like, what I would do is if you don't have, if you're only using the network to link to a handful of sites, then you could link to the IFTTT network sites, things like that. Just find different random things that you could link to that eventually funnel back to your money site. Try to do it without leaving a footprint, though, like you mentioned.
Yeah, just to add to what you were saying, Bradley, I've seen great results when you have like an established website and you want to push a website for the last 10 spots or 7 spots or whatever, to power up your tier 1 with PBNs or PLNs, because most of your sites will have like IFTTT backlinks, they will have other backlinks that you have probably created, guest posts, whatever. When you're linking to those posts, and usually you're not linking, for example, I have a client that has guest posts on major publications, and I'm linking to those posts, and they are authority posts. They are not linking back to a website that has, like, I don't know, maybe 30 domain authority or 30 trust or whatever. They are linking back to like Forbes.com or WashingtonPost.com, those kind of websites, which are also considered authority links. Mm-hmm. So I'm like killing 2 stones with one bird. I'm linking out to authority websites, and I'm also powering my clients tier 1. You can do the same if you're linking, for example, to an internal post from your IFTTT from a WordPress.com site, that has been syndicated now from your blog. That way, I found that you're powering up your IFTTT or your tier 1 links, and it works really, really well.
Yeah. And that what you just said is true. What you can do, Enrique, is go do a backlink analysis on the money sites that you're linking to, and then find some tier 1 links that are going to those money sites that are high quality links, pages or whatever. and then you could start building links to those. They don't have to be your own properties. It doesn't matter. If there's a link on that page to your money site, why not build links to that page? And you could use your PBN for that. So you could power up links on other sites, is my point, that are pointing eventually, ultimately, to your money site.